Good morning and welcome to Strengths and Balance on Zoom. My name is Hannah and I'm a senior fitness instructor with Stonebridge Community Services. Today, our strengths part of the workout will be one where we work for a certain amount of time. So we'll have 8 exercises. We'll do each one 3 times for 25 seconds each time. We'll take breaks in between. We're going to work our whole body, upper body, lower body, and some core exercises too. Everything will be standing. We won't be down on the floor. And you do need an extra piece of equipment today if you have it. We'll have one exercise that's a heel raise where we have 1 foot elevated. And I'm going to use a step stool for that. My step stool is just a little guy that looks like this. So I'll have 1 foot up. So somewhere where you can elevate that foot so it's not too high. You could use a chair if you have a low and sturdy chair, but something sturdy, and we'll be using this for those heel raises. If you don't have a step handy, no problem. You can do heel raises just with both feet on the floor. Other equipment you'll need: a pair of weights. I use a 3-pound set. You could use a 2 or 3 or a 5, really any size, or some evenly weighted objects from around the house work just fine. You need the space to move around, have some water handy, and then for the balance part of the class, you'll need some kind of support furniture, chair, table. I always use the wall, the island, the counter, something like that. We will begin. I think we're going to come up to feet. We'll warm up and then we'll get right into it here. Oops. Where's my camera? There it is. All right, let's begin, friends. Let's come up to feet. I'll move this chair out of the way. Good. So we're going to stand up nice and tall. We'll adjust this, adjust my mat. We're going to stand up nice and tall and we're going to march on the spot to begin with. Moving those arms forwards and backwards, lifting those feet right up off the floor. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale, lower those arms down. Nice deep breath in. Oops. And out, in through your nose. Out through your mouth. And again, deep breath. And lower. We're going to pull our shoulders up towards our ears. Relax them down. Lift those shoulders. And lower. Good. Pull the shoulders up. And down. Lift. And lower. And again, pull the shoulders up. And down. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Nice big circles rolling backwards to begin with. Good, and let's roll our shoulders forwards. Good, let's bring those arms out to the side, little circles here. And back the other way. Good, let's take both hands. We're going to push away from your chest. Pull those hands back. Push and pull. Push and pull. Push and pull. Push and pull. Let's take those hands to the ceiling. And pull down. Push up. Pull down. Up. And down. Up. And down. And again, hands up and down. Good. Let's tap our toes forwards. Keep those arms moving a little bit. And then out to the side. Good, and tap those heels forwards. Good, and to the side. Good, let's bring those feet together. Tap your toes. You're going to wiggle your fingers. And let's tap those heels and tap your fingers to your thumb. Good. Let's tap toes, both feet at the same time, and we'll circle our wrists. Good, and tap those heels and circle those wrists the other direction. Good, I'm going to take one foot and I'm going to walk my toes away and then my heels. Toes and heels. So I'm pivoting that foot. Heels come in, toes, heels, toes, heel, toes. And out again, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And then back in, heel, toe, heel, toe. And then let's try the other side. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and back in, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and the other way. Toe, heel, toe, and in, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Good. Feet hip width apart, and we'll circle our hips here. Nice and slowly. Good, and in the other direction. Excellent. Take a nice deep breath. Big inhale and exhale. Excellent. I'm going to start the timer here. We're going to start with a squat. We're going to hold one weight and we're going to switch up our feet. So feet flat on the floor to begin with, hip width apart. I want you to take one foot and lift that heel. So your toes move back a little bit and your heel is lifted. You can see, sorry, it's hard to see my feet. Still hard to see my feet. There we go. Can you see my heel is up? I have one heel up, one foot flat on the floor. And we'll squat with that one foot elevated. So almost like a single leg squat here. So let's stand up nice and tall. Lift that one heel. Shoulders relaxed. Here we go. We're going to sink into that squat and then exhale to push yourself back up. So we're looking for 25 seconds here. Keeping the weight in that one heel. Keeping that chest nice and tall. A couple more. Great, and 10 seconds. Let's switch around. So now I've got my left foot, my heel lifted, my toes are on the floor, and my right foot is flat on the floor. So inhale, sink down. Exhale, push up to stand. Excuse me. Good, nice and slowly. Keep that chest tall. Good, 10 seconds. We'll do that the last set here with both feet flat on the floor. Good, nice and slowly lower down. Big exhale as you push up. Weight in your heels and chest nice and tall. Good, and we have 45 seconds here. So you can pop that weight down for a moment. I'm going to have a quick drink and then we'll run through the next exercise. So it'll be a weight in each hand. We're working on our tricep muscle, so that muscle on the back of your arm here. I'm going to stand with my feet hip width, knees soft, and I'm going to hinge forward slightly. I'm going to pick up one hand and then straighten that arm back behind you, and then slowly lower that hand down. And we'll alternate sides to begin with. Here we go. Curl up one hand, push that hand out behind you, and then the other hand, pick that hand up and straighten that arm. Good. Good. Once more. Excellent. That's 10 seconds. We'll do the same thing again here for that second round. Here we go. Good. Nice and slowly, really stretch that arm out behind you. Keep that chest tall. Good. And you can stand up. We have 10 seconds. For the last round, we'll do both arms at the same time. So soft knees, hinge forward. Here we go. Peel those hands up and straighten those arms, push them back behind you. You can think about inhaling as you pick those hands up. Exhale as you push those hands back. Good, and stand up nice and slowly. Great. Pop the weights down. 45 seconds here in between exercises, so enough time to give those arms a little shake. Have a drink if you want to. We're going to move on, so we're working our core muscles a little bit. So you'll want a weight in each hand. We're standing up tall, knees are soft. We're going to bend one side and then the other. So you're lowering one hand down towards the ground. And when I say towards the ground, of course, we are not trying to touch the floor. We're just lowering that hand a little bit in the direction of the ground. There we go, knees soft. So we're lowering one hand and then the other. You can also think about lowering your shoulders. So you're dropping one shoulder and then the other. Good. We can think about our breathing a little bit here. I'll tell you in the next round. We have 10 seconds. So we can think about our breathing. You're going to inhale as you come back to center. Here we go. So we exhale as we lower, inhale as you come back up. And that's going to make you slow down a little bit if you're really working on moving with your breath, but that's not a bad thing necessarily. So just nice and slowly here. Inhale as you come back up. Exhale as you bend. Good. 10 seconds. And we'll do one more round here. Good. Nice and slowly. Excellent. Lowering that hand and back up to center. Good. Pop the weights down. Great. That's those three sets completed. We'll move on to the next exercise, which is back to lower body. We're going to do a reverse lunge, but we're also going to add a bit of an upper body rotation. So watch me for the first couple. We're still resting here, so you can just watch for now. I'm standing up nice and tall. I'm going to step back with my left foot. Step my left foot back, bend that back knee, sink that back knee to the floor. Once I get here, whoop, there's a balance challenge. And take that left arm. I'm going to reach out, open the book, back to center, and stand. And then I'll repeat on the other side. So here we go. We're working. I'm going to step back with my right leg, open, and close, and then back to center. That left leg goes back, reach back with that left arm, and back to center. Good. Now the size of your lunge is up to you. You're comfortable taking those knees nice and close to the floor. 10 seconds here to rest. Then you can do, if you prefer to keep that lunge small today, that's fine too. So I'm back to the left side here. We might not be moving at the same speed, and that is fine. And that's why it's nice to work for time. Good. Definitely works the balance. And you want to try and find your balance before you add this arm opening, before you add this rotation. Good, and there's 10 seconds. I'm going to be back on the left side again when we begin. This is the third round already. Here we go. Ooh, a little wobbly. The last one. Good. 45 seconds here. So we're going to pick up both weights again. We're going to work our upper body. We have some front raises. So I'm going to hold my weights in front of me, palms facing me. I'm going to reach up one hand and then the other, nice and slowly. We still have about 15 seconds here, so you can keep those arms nice and relaxed to begin with. We want to think about our posture, so standing up nice and tall, feet hip width apart, and knees soft. And let's begin. One hand and then the other, nice and slowly. Good. Breathing out as you lift. Good. Breathing in as you lower the hand down. Ready to go in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. One hand and then the other. Breathing out as you lift that hand up. Breathing in as you slowly lower it down. Excellent. Good. 10 seconds. We'll do this one more time. We'll stick to one hand at a time. Here we go. Excellent. Stand up tall. Nice and slowly with his arms. Lifting slowly, breathing in as you lower. Great, and you can pop the weights down. Good, time to work on some core stuff. I forgot to say at the beginning of the class, but we do also need a wall for some incline work here. So I'm going to use the wall right next to me, and we're going to do a plank at the wall. With your arms straight out in front of you, you're going to have hands on the wall, looking at a spot in between your hands. You're going to take a step back so that your feet are further away from the wall than your head. And you're going to focus on that spot in between your hands for the full 25 seconds here. So take some nice deep breaths. Try and keep looking at that spot in between your hands. So not at the floor and not up to the ceiling, but just straight ahead here. Nice deep breaths. You can think about pulling that belly button in towards your spine. engaging those core muscles. And 10 seconds, let's stand up. Good. All right, 4 seconds to go. So let's get back to position. Arms straight out in front of you, hands are shoulder height. Take a step back. And then breathe deeply here. And back up. Excellent. We'll do one more. Arms out in front. Big step back. Nice deep breaths. Good. Focusing those eyes right between your hands. Good. And stand up. Excellent. 2 more exercises to go. The next one is the one where we're going to use that step if you have your step. So if you do grab it now, I'm going to be using the top step, which actually isn't very high. But you can use whatever height of a step you prefer. I have my left leg on the step. My right foot is on the floor. I'm going to push my right foot up onto tiptoe and then lower down. So I'm doing a single leg heel raise and the step is supporting me. If you don't have a step or a chair that you would like to use, you can do both feet at the same time, that regular heel raise. We're ready for 25 seconds here. And I've also picked up a weight. So I'm going to push up and lower down. I'm standing nice and tall and I'm looking up and ahead. Moving slowly. So if you don't have a step or another piece of equipment, you can do both feet just at the same time, both feet flat on the floor, lifting and lowering. I'm switching my feet around now. So if you're also using the step band, switch your feet around. And here we go. Good. Shoulders relaxed. Looking forwards. Breathing out as you come up onto tiptoe. Breathing in as you lower down. Good. Last round here, I'm going to do both feet on the floor. So standing up, shoulders relaxed. Let's push up onto tiptoes. Slowly lower down. Breathing out as you come up to tiptoe. Breathing in as you slowly lower. Great. You can pop the weight down. We're finished with the weights for today. Also finished with that step. We have one more exercise to do. We're going back to our upper body. And this one's a nice one for shoulder mobility. I'm going to lift my arms up in the air in a Y shape. I'm going to bend my elbows, bring my hands down so they're level with my head. So I'm making a W shape. I'm going to go from Y to W. Good. So let's begin up into that Y shape. Slowly lower those elbows to W. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you come down. Let's squeeze through the shoulders. Good. Elbows into the back pocket. Good. 10 seconds here. Take a break. Relax those arms, and then we'll do this twice more. Here we go. So nice and slowly, really thinking about squeezing through those shoulders. Elbows into the back pocket. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you lower down. Okay, 10 seconds. We'll do one more round. Good. Here we go. Breathing in as you reach. Breathing out as you lower. Last one. Good. And relax those arms. Excellent. We finished that part of the class. Strength is all done. Grab a drink here, and then we will move on to work on our balance. Good. So to begin with, we're going to stand with our feet really close to each other. You want to make sure that you have support furniture close by. I have the wall right here. So the wall, chair, table, kitchen counter, island, anything that you can hold on to that's going to support your weight and help you to keep your balance. So let's stand with our feet really close to each other, standing up nice and tall. And take a moment to let your feet be relaxed. Your toes are all spread out. Your feet are pressing into the floor and your feet are comfortable. Your knees should also be a little bit soft. You're going to take one foot and you're going to tap your toe forwards and bring your foot back in. And then the other one, tap and back. Tap that toe, foot back in. Tap, foot back in. Good. Nice and slowly. So try to keep that upper body pretty still. Good, let's take that toe out to the side. And returning back to that narrow start position. Good, once more each side. Great. Let's stand on one leg. I'm going to stand on my right leg, which means a nice relaxed right foot and a soft right knee. And then I'm going to lift my left. Lift that knee so my knee is in front of me. I'm standing up nice and tall. And I'm going to make little circles with this knee. Okay, I was drawing a circle in the air. The bigger the circle, the more difficult this is to keep that balance. So you can choose how challenging you want this to be. Make sure we go in both directions. Good, make that circle a little bigger if you can. Try not to speed up too much. And then small. And relax. And we'll switch to the other side. So now I'm standing on my left. My knee is soft, my foot is relaxed, and my right knee is lifted. And I'm going to circle this right knee. Nice and small to begin with. And back in the other direction. Good, we can make that circle bigger. Good, and in the other direction too. Great, place that foot on the floor. Excellent. We're going to do a hip hinge movement here. I'm going to start with my feet hip width apart. and my knees soft. I'm going to take the weight on my right leg. Foot is relaxed. I'm going to hinge at the hips. I'm going to come forwards. As I hinge forwards, I'm going to lift my left leg up off the floor and behind me. So it's going to look like this. And then you would ideally be a little bit slower as you lower that foot. So have a hand on your wall or the chair. We're hinging forwards and then back to center. So nice and slowly forwards and back up. Inhale as you hinge. Exhale as you stand. So moving really slowly here, that's intentional. And one more. Good, and let's switch our feet around. So standing on the left foot, knee is soft. As I hinge forward at the hip, so my chest is coming towards the floor, I'm reaching my right leg behind me. Definitely hold on as much as you need to. And the last one. Excellent. We're going to move around a little bit and we're going to tightrope very slowly, extra slowly. Place that heel down, roll that foot forwards in super slow motion. Good, forwards and backwards. Very slowly. Keep that chest nice and tall and we'll look forwards. Keeping those feet as close together as you can. Moving in a nice straight line. We're trying not to look at our feet. Whoop. Bit of a wobble. It's sometimes more difficult to slow down, I find. Good, relax through the shoulders. Great, and one more. One more forwards and backwards. Good. Let's reach our arms up in a Y shape. I'm going to stand on my right leg, lift my left and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto the left foot, raise the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax those arms. I'm going to reach my hands out in front of me for the last one. I'm going to lift one leg and then the other out to the side. So I'm shifting the weight from one foot to the other. Nice and slowly. Do a couple more. Excellent. And relax those arms and legs down. Good. Very good. Time for us to stretch. Let's take one arm across your body and we'll hold here. Stretch through that shoulder, through that upper arm. Nice deep breaths. And let's switch to the other side. Good, relax that arm. Let's link our fingers. We're going to push our hands away from you and then lift those hands up to the ceiling. Let's come over to the left. Push through those hands and take nice deep breaths. And the other way. Good, back to center. Relax those arms nice and slowly. And let's have a seat. I'm just going to grab my chair. So sitting forward in your chair, we're going to stretch out one leg, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling. Let's hinge forward. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your leg. Take deep breaths here. Let's switch to the other side. Heel to the floor, toe to the ceiling, and come forwards. Good, sitting up. We're going to sit right back in our chair. Let's bring our chin down towards our chest. Good, looking up. Let's take your ear to your shoulder. And the other way. Good, back to center. Take your chin to your shoulder. And the other way, chin to shoulder. Good, and back to center. Let's come up to feet. You're gonna reach your arms around behind you. Reach for the back of the room. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, wrap those arms around you. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. A pat on the back. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for coming to work out with me this Wednesday. Hope to see you all on Friday.
Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome.